3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, and welcome to another tutorial for the DIY dollar store wedding. Yay! Today I'm going to show you how to make these bouquets. Now, I don't have all the materials that it takes to make them today, but I will tell you what you need to do to make them. Sounds good. Let's get started. Okay, first thing you're going to need is flowers. Flowers. Now you can have these flowers, red flowers, you can have black flowers, whatever flowers you want. You can also have little decorations that you want in your bouquet. Now, I used this. This came from my mom's veil when she got married, and it just wraps around in paper or something here, and I just took it apart and put it in my veil. This one, it came with 2 of them. This one's for my sister. I'm gonna let her have it for her wedding or whatever she wants to do with it. But you can have this. I've seen people have rhinestones and diamond looking things or gemstones and those brooches in their bouquets and stuff too. Next thing you're going to need is a tube. Now, this is not toilet paper tube. It's not paper towel tube. It's actually thicker and harder to bend. I buy tulle for my daughter. We make tulle skirts a lot. And this is actually the roll that comes on, or that the tulle comes on. And I kept it because I'm just like, oh, it's thick roll here, it might come in handy at some point. And it did. I actually use it for my bouquet holding handle things. And yeah, so you're going to need that. You're going to need hot glue gun, scissors, wire cutters, ribbons that you want to use. Now, this is where I don't have the appropriate ribbon. You need a thicker ribbon, and the reason being is so you can put a piece over the end of the tube so you can't look up in it, and so that it looks fine. See, you need thicker. I actually ran out in one of my bouquets and had to use a smaller ribbon. It doesn't look horrible, but you just have to use a lot more to cover up through here with it, and to cover on the bottoms, because you'll have to have 3 this way and 3 the other way to cover it. But that, and styrofoam balls. Now, a lot of people like to use those floral balls, but they just disintegrate after a couple years, and I don't know, you might be like me, I want to keep my bouquet, and I don't want it falling apart and having all that green fluffy stuff falling everywhere. So I bought this time. So I think that's all that you need for it. Yeah, I think that's all that you need. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is prep your flowers. What I do is push them all up to the top. Push them all up to the top, and then I like to cut them down low for this because you don't know how long you need the stem yet. So cut them low. And you can always make them smaller. You can't ever make them bigger though. Okay, so flowers. Got them all cut, they're all stemmed. Next part, styrofoam ball. Now, the bigger your bouquet, the bigger this ball needs to be. Because if you have a small ball and you put in all kinds of flowers in it, it will break this apart. I know this from experience, sadly. But anyways, what you need is your ball here. And what you need to do is figure out the center. And go ahead and start sticking them in. See, I'm putting them all in a kind of like a pattern, and they just sticking out right now. You can put in filler flowers too, just random little things that you find, just to fill the spots that don't have anything, like right here. Anyways, you just keep doing that all the way around. And then when you get them where you want, there's usually sticking out, a bunch of them sticking out here. What you will want to do is take your glue gun and just glue around them so that they won't fall out. So once you get all that done, preferably wait for this to dry because you'll accidentally touch it. But then what you'll do is you'll just snip off all of the extra parts. And then once you snip it all off, they'll be sticking out a little bit. Don't worry about that. Again, it's not going to be seen. It's not going to matter. So what you'll do, again, you have your bouquet here. You have it all glued in now. What you'll do is you'll take your ribbon and you're going to need to cover the bottom. Looking for the scissors so that I can cut it. I always burn the tips. This part, it's not really required. You don't really have to do it on this part, but I suggest doing it. It keeps it from unraveling. Once you get them cut, put your glue on the side. Place one. I'm gonna put it on the edge. I feel like it'll fit. Oh, should have made it longer. Yeah, it'll work. So you got one on one side. And put it on the other side because be careful doing this because hot glue is hot and you will get burned. Don't want nobody to get burned in this tutorial, in this DIY project. So the end of it there is flapped up a little bit. What I'm gonna do is add more glue to the corners and pull it straight. Like that. And repeat on this side too. Again, I would suggest getting wide ribbon because it covers the whole thing and it is just easier to deal with than this. But because I don't have a wide ribbon, what I'm going to do is do 2 this way and then 2 this way, just to close up this hole here. I'm going to go ahead and start the gluing on this. Okay, so now the bottom is done. Focus. So the bottom is done and it's smooth. What you can start doing now is actually wrapping the entire tube. Before I do that though, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down a little bit better. Good. So, next part is taking your ribbon, figuring out which is the back. I'll say this part's the back. gluing it down, going all the way around it, like that, and continuing wrapping it to the top. I'm just gonna glue it. If I don't have enough, I don't have enough. It's aggravating me trying to do this and not gluing it down. So while you're doing this part, I would suggest gluing the whole bottom down, just so that it does not move. Okay, when you get back to where the front or the back, this will be the back. Start turning it down and wrapping it this way. I did it again right there. Thicker ribbon is easier to deal with also because you don't have to continuously wrap it like this a gajillion, million, billion times. When you get to the top though, put it all the way around it like I did at the bottom. Make sure to end your ribbon in the back. Burn it so that it won't fray. Glue it down really well. Now again, once it's glued down, what you'll do is go along inside of it here, and put just a little bit of glue. Around it, and carefully press it in. Now you have this handle. Added things to it. I've been putting this ribbon here along the bottom of mine just to give it a little extra. I like to overlap it because now you know for sure that this overlapped part is the back. Now this part is actually done. Now what you would do is take your ball, which again this one is not completed, it's just for tutorial sake, and you would glue it on. Now to glue it on, you have to be careful, but you have to put like a whole bunch of glue around through here, around the ball, and just stick it on. And as said before, you're going to want to put quite a bit of glue around this edge here. Hold it on there until it is dry. Once it's on there, for the most part, which this one is, you want to go around the sides and just attach it better. Now, while you are waiting for that to dry, get out your tool and start measuring it out. I personally like to do about this long. Okay, I like to take it in my hand, curve it around my fingers like that. Why does it keep going out of focus? Like that, and cut it. And you're gonna need a lot of this, so just keep going with it. Once you get quite a few, what you'll do is you'll take it, fold it in half, take your glue gun, and this step is tricky, so be careful, be careful. You'll take it, put a little bit of dab underneath the flowers, and start attaching. And then once you get the top all the way around it done, go and lay the top down and do a second row. And once you get the second row glued on and it is dry, do another row. And if you feel like you want to hide more of your handle at the top, which I'm okay with this, but if you feel like you need to add a little bit more, another row to hide more of the handle, that is fine. But other than that, pull the glue off of it, the glue strings, and it's done. And here is mine.